Oh, he stretched. Oh, that was a good boy. Hello, lads and lassies. Welcome back to a brand new Darling in the Franxx. My name is Josh, and this is episode 12 of this so far really fun journey. I mean, since episode 6, I think, we haven't really had a plot going on. We haven't had like this overarching threat. We've kind of like had the Klaxosaurs in the background. But we've been getting all these like character-centric episodes. We're really getting to go into Squad 13. Everyone's kind of had a moment. We had like the Miku episode with boys versus girls. We've had the Goro episode, the Ichigo episode, kind of, which was the beach episode. Last episode was Mitsuru, Kokoro, and Futoshi's episode. We even had a Zorome episode, which was I feel like the Zorome episode, we learned a lot of lore, but we have like 50 more questions. In Mitsuru's episode, we got to go a little bit more into Mitsuru. We got to know why he doesn't like Hiro that much. You can go see my opinions all on that if you go check out the commentary, like the discussion part of last week's episode. So I think the biggest thing to take away from the Mitsuru episode, other than Mitsuru's being petty thing, or like the biggest thing to take forward, is Hiro kind of has like this personality change as a kid. You know, he's like very happy and upbeat, and then all of a sudden he kind of is a little more serious. He seems to have forgotten some things, like his promise with his promise with Mitsuru. So it makes me wonder, like, are we going to get something with that? Is that seeding something for later on in the show? That's really the only thing I could think that is like plot possibility going forward. But other than that, I mean, and Zero-Two's aggressiveness is getting a little more oomph. She's not the Zero-Two from the Boys vs. Girls episode. She seems to be more standoffish. She's always kind of been not the best to Hiro, but she kind of seems to be ignoring him up until the end of last episode, where she's like, "Oh, you'll be mine forever, darling." So I don't really know what to expect from this episode. I kind of gave my thoughts on literally everything that came back. There's not really a lot of story going on, so I'm just hoping we get to see either Hiro's past, like what happened to make him forget. Is there anything with that? Maybe an Ikino episode, because she got more screen time last episode than she has throughout the entire series, but we still don't really know her deal. And then maybe a Zero-Two episode, because even though like the series, like the first 6 episodes are kind of about her and Hiro's relationship, we don't know a lot about her past either. I feel like that can be very eye-opening. Like, are they clones, or like not clones, but are like the parasites genetically modified? Is Zero-Two a genetic experiment gone wrong? I don't know, but like maybe the show will answer that in this episode. Maybe we'll answer it later on. But let's see what this episode has in store for us, lads. Okay, so I had my money, or I had my mouth right on the money for the opening of this episode. I am very glad I said that. I'm very glad I said that last episode definitely seeded Hiro's past, his origins, Zero-Two's aggressiveness. It's getting out of control, and her reasoning for it is that she believes that she's running out of time to become human. And man, there is so much and so little that we learned in this episode. I'm gonna need to start getting some answers. I feel like every episode we get questions and questions and questions, but nothing gets answered. We just keep getting this, or like nothing gets answered in like the lore of the world, but like character stuff, like Mitsuru's past, like why is he a jerk to Hiro? That stuff gets answered, but like nothing in like the world I feel like has been answered, or nothing big yet. And Zero-Two believes that she can become human if she kills enough Klaxosaurs. But how is she created in the first? Like, is she actually like half Klaxosaur, half human in the sense of like traditionally? Is she like an experiment, like I was saying before? Like that's why they consistently run tests on her. I like her, like the little red demon. I suppose her Klaxosaur mode. For the flashbacks, like we got that episode 1, finally coming back. But like, what is she? How did she come into being? How are all the parasites coming into being? Because Kokoro asked, like, how do you guys think we were made? And they said, like, oh, well, obviously Papa made us. But like, is it traditionally? Are they traditionally being made? Are they being artificially made, like I keep saying? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. They say Hiro is special, or at least the guy from the 9. I did not catch his name, but the guy from the 9, the blonde guy, he said that Hiro is special. That's probably why he can ride with 02. Or at least the squad is special, and Hiro is special among them as well. So I'm gonna guess Hiro's interaction with 02, because he's like, I remember this. Like, he's not saying like, oh, I'm seeing these memories. Like, no, I remember. So I'm gonna guess that he had an interaction with little 02 as he was a child, and that caused the personality shift that we saw between, well, we saw last episode with Mitsuru's episode. Special Forces. Yeah, so the blonde guy, he said something, the Special Forces, the 9. He said something along the lines that made it sound like they aren't human either, but they don't look like 02. They don't have the horns, they don't have the claws. So, like, what are the parasites? Are any of the parasites human? Because they said that Hiro's going through this thing called sorification, which is like, I guess he's mutating into something closer resembling 02. Maybe he is becoming half Klaxosaur. Which, is that a first? Like, for that to happen? The blonde guy said that 02 curses all of her riders, all of her stamen. Wait, stamen? Is that the right word? He said that she curses all of them, and that's how she's able to drain their energy. Hiro is the only one to have survived said curse. So is the curse like, is it like, what the curse, is it like she turns them into Klaxosaurs and no one else besides Hiro has been able to survive the transformation? Because Hiro was going through some horrible stuff in episode 6, I believe, when he was like, he had that growth on him. It was bulging, and then he like saw 02 in trouble, or he saw like the pain and agony 02 was going through, and he literally sucked it back into himself. There's a scar on his chest for where it was. Is that what happened? Did everyone else get like overcome by the growth and they didn't survive? They didn't survive the transformation into becoming half Klaxosaur, maybe. But they said that Hiro's his levels of something, I missed it. I think they just said his sorification levels are dangerously high. So that makes me, like, just the phrasing of that makes me believe that everyone, like Ichigo, Gordo, Miku, like Zorame, it makes me believe like everyone has the potential, or everyone has some form of sorification inside of them. Because they didn't just say like, oh, Hiro has this in him. They said no, it's dangerously high, or it's higher than it should be. So it makes me think that everyone has like this potential, maybe, to become like 02. Are the parasites Klaxosaur bred, and that's why the adults are so like scared of them, or not scared of them? Like, that's why they say like, oh, you're tainted. It's because like they're genetically modified from Klaxosaurs, maybe, and 02 is like more Klaxosaur than average. I am so confused. I need answers, but I feel like we're not gonna get any. Like, you just keep going, oh, let's give you another question. Let's give you another question. Let's give you some more, but more questions. Not all that stuff that you want answered. Let's give you more stuff that you want answered. The 02's quest to become human. You know, I said in the reaction, like, why does Hiro bother? I know why he bothers. He's a good guy. He genuinely does care about Zero Two. He even said in this episode he loves her, which is, whew, brave man. Brave man. We're only halfway through the series. We're not supposed to get a love confession till the end. Does this guy never watch anime? But, like, Zero Two, at least in this episode, she's been treating him like, oh, you're just fodder. I do believe Zero Two cares for him a little bit, but I don't think she loves him in the sense of, oh yes, like my heart is to you. No, she cares about him because he's like the only one to survive with her. He's the one that can pilot with her that's not gonna die. Like that's the reason why she has a pilot that's not gonna die on her. But so far than that, she doesn't seem to care. She says that she wants to get reunited with her first Starling, which maybe that can be the first man she piloted with, or it could possibly be little Hiro, and she doesn't know it yet. But yeah, Zero Two has had this horrible attitude. Hiro is very right. Like, you need to watch where you're going. Like they got hit so many times. Hiro's, I wouldn't say saved their lives, but he's like saved some damage to the Franxx at least. But man, I just want some answers already. I saw in the comment for one of the first. This is like pre-recorded, so it's like it was weeks and weeks ago, maybe even months ago. But I saw a comment under one of the first videos recently. It was, man, I want to you keep asking all these questions. I want to tell you so badly, but like I also want you to see it in the show. So like thank you for bearing with me, like with all my questions. Thank you for like bearing with me and like waiting for the show to answer. I know it must be frustrating for you lads watching this. Like, oh my god, I know the answer. I want to tell them. So thank you all lads for like keeping it spoiler free down there. But I cannot wait for the show to give me some answers. I feel like that's gonna be so satisfying. And then Naomi. The last thing really. Oh, okay. Other than like the I said the walled city of Shiganshi, now it's like Attack on Titan, but yeah, the kind of reference. But yeah, so Naomi, they said in like the first episode that she was going to be returning to the garden, and then this episode confirmed no child that's left the garden has ever returned to the garden. So they probably just killed her, maybe. Like, what happened to her? Where is she? Is she going to come back in any way, or is that it? I'm glad they didn't just write her off. I'm glad that they're actually like the characters themselves are asking what happened to her. But where is she? Is that going to come back in any way? Is she like? Did they rapidly age her into an adult? Maybe. I don't know. I have no answers. And they're giving the children more yellow blood cells at a younger age. The Squad 13 did not recognize anything that was happening, like with the whole computer systems, all the injections. They didn't recognize it. They said that they don't remember it happening, but maybe it's like suppressed memories. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, like so the parasite development factory. I thought we were going to get like the answer if they were genetically modified or not. We have not gotten the answer yet. Technically, they are genetically modified with the yellow blood cell stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying like they're not born like inside of a person. They're like grown in tubes. I don't know. Hopefully next answer we get something, or I can't speak. Hopefully next episode we get something, because if I was just watching this, I would have just gone into the next episode. But since I'm doing like the whole discussion thing, I have some stuff to break down here, and I probably would have forgotten if I did next episode. But yeah, I'm going to go straight into next episode right now, because I just want some answers. I want to see the flashback. Oh man, I'm very curious to see how this is going to like tie into it. Like Zero Two is probably going to see Hiro. Like there's Hiro's probably going to say like, "Oh, you're that like dinosaur girl that I met like 10 years ago," and Zero Two's like, "Oh, you're the first Darling." That's what I assume that she means by the first Darling. Like, because why else go to the like as soon as she says that, go to the flashback. I don't know. I'm just very curious to see what's going to happen next episode. Is Hiro gonna turn into a Zero? Maybe at the end, by the end of next episode, Hiro's gonna be like Zero too. He's gonna grow horns and maybe grow fangs or something like that. That would be interesting. Like he sees the past, but that literally cost him his humanity, or like not humanity, but it cost him his species. That'd be so interesting. Lads, leave a comment down below. How did you like this episode? When you first watched it, were you as confused as me? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, because next week you'll be seeing my reaction to the next episode. Maybe the mystery will finally be answered. But that's all I have for you now, so see you in the next one, lads.